And welcome back to the Singapore Grand Prix. It's 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. And it's a decent getaway for Verstappen and Leclerc, but behind them, Hussein is off the line much quicker than Piastri. And there's debris flying further back. That looks like a Williams. Is there a chance here for Leclerc? They're side by side, but it's Verstappen who holds the advantage and grabs the lead. Heading into turn 5, oh, it looks like they've touched. There's contact, and Hussein muscles his way past Piastri. He is up into P3. It's all happening in the midfield as well. Norris is up 2 places. Hamilton is defending hard. The field is forming a train for now as Verstappen already starts to pull a gap at the front.
Right, let's check that start. Piastri's getaway was decent, but Leclerc had a fantastic start. He's side by side with Verstappen into turn 1. Leclerc breaks early, Verstappen holds the outside, but Leclerc hits the left rear club. He gets a snap of oversteer and nearly clips Verstappen. Verstappen is forced wide himself, but he is later on the brakes. He secures the line and pulls clear of the compromised Leclerc. And then look at this. Hussein, just like Verstappen, is absolutely on the limit, braking late. He uses that inside line to send it and complete the overtake on Piastri.
And Hussein got a brilliant start, straight past the bogged-down Saints. He pulls to the right, looking to challenge the McLaren, but he gets into the dirty air. He's forced to brake early. Piastri leaves him no room, squeezing Hussein onto the outside. But he stays late on the brakes through turn 3, pulls alongside Piastri down the straight, and then sends it on the absolute limit into turn 5. We can see from the replay, no contact, clean racing, but all this battling has allowed Leclerc to escape up the road. What's happened to Albon? He got a much better start than Russell. Pulls left to pass, brakes for turn 1. Oh! Russell just squeezes him. He's taking off Albon's front wing. Albon had nowhere to go, just tried to turn left. Let's look at Alonso's on board. Yep, there goes the wing. I don't think that was Albon's fault. Norris is all over Hülkenberg. He's lining him up for the big straight after turn 5. DRS open. Norris pulls to the right. Hülkenberg defends. He squeezes him. That is inches from the wall. Norris makes it stick. He gets past Hülkenberg up to P10 and led on the brakes into turn 7. Move done. It's 0.5 seconds onto the straight. DRS open. He hits the overtake button. Aggressive deployment. Pulls to the right. Hülkenberg is squeezing him so hard, but Norris makes it stick. That was incredibly risky. If that right wheel touches the wall, he spins, and that's both cars out of the race. Lando Norris is into the points. And now Russell is looking to make a move. He's got that side pod damage, but it doesn't matter against Albon, who's lost so much downforce. This overtake should be straightforward. DRS open, pulls to the right, later on the brakes, and he sails past Albon up in the P6. This constant overtaking is not what Albon wants. With those soft tires degrading in that damaged front wing, he is just going to struggle more and more as this race goes on. Into lap 6, and Bamman is all over the back of Hülkenberg, looking to use that tire advantage. Whoa, he gets way too close. A massive lockup almost sends him into the Haas. He tries to go around the outside into turn 7. They're side by side, but Hülkenberg gets a better exit and shuts the door. A great defense, and the young man will have to time his next attack better. Into lap 19, and the 2 McLarens are so close. They go side by side into turn 7, still nothing between them. The 2 papayas are finally battling it out. Norris has the slight advantage, just nosing ahead. But down into turn 9, the Padang corner, they're still fighting, neither giving an inch. Piastri holds the inside for turn 10, but Norris is so late on the brakes trying to use his speed to sweep around the outside. Piastri is forced to move wide to give him space, which in turn forces Norris to back out to avoid the white line. And that gives Piastri the switchback. He retakes the advantage and completes the overtake before turn 12. What a sensational piece of wheel-to-wheel racing. Thankfully, there was no contact. A double DNF is the last thing that team wants to see. And looking back at that pit stop for Piastri, trouble with the rear left, a 4.5 second stop. That has dropped him all the way down to 10th, and Piastri is absolutely furious. And into lap 24, Russell pulls to the right, squeezing Hülkenberg out to take P6. A brilliant overtake. And now here comes Sainz. DRS is open on the straight after turn 5. He's gaining, and he sweeps past Hülkenberg as well, up into 7th. Into lap 31, and Leclerc sees his chance behind Verstappen. DRS wide open down the straight. They've been locked in this battle for the entire race, the gap always under a second. Leclerc gets the slipstream, he's closing, he pulls to the right of Verstappen, he's so late on the brakes going right round the outside, they're wheel to wheel, Leclerc hangs on, and with the inside line advantage, he sweeps past Verstappen into P1. Leclerc leads the race! Into lap 32, Piastri is heading up this DRS train, very similar to what we saw in 2023. Hussein is absolutely glued to Sainz's diffuser. Down the long straight, DRS open for both. Hussein has a 6-lap tire advantage. Can he make it stick? He dives late on the inside, but no, he's gone 4 wheels off the line to make the pass. He'll have to give that position back. And yes, Sainz is waved through, but they're side by side heading into turn 15. Down the next straight, the gap is tiny. Into turn 16, Hussein is late on the brakes again, and he gets the move done on Sainz before the turn-in. Wow! He absolutely hammered that curve. And Hamilton is in the pits. Lap 41, on board with Sonny Hayes, and there are yellows in Sector 3. Huge plume of smoke. Who's that stopped on track? It's Ocon in the Haas. He's out of the race. Looks like a power unit failure. He was running in P14. The big question now is parts allocation. If Haas is out of components, that's a grid penalty next time out. That is a massive blow for them, currently sitting P7 in the championship. Lap 58, and we have light rain at Marina Bay. Only a few laps left, nobody is pitting for inters. Piastri gets past Alonso into turn 2. Alonso is struggling badly with grip. This sudden rain is absolutely killing those worn-out hard tires. Russell sees the opportunity, hits the overtake button, and he also sweeps past Alonso into turn 5. Alonso drops down to P6. We are on the final lap. Max Verstappen has shown absolutely dominant pace in this Grand Prix. He was battling hard with Charles Leclerc for the win in the first 45 laps, and their wheel-to-wheel action, the attack and defense, was the absolute focus of this race. But that light rain on lap 45, it was a catalyst for Verstappen. Now, on this final lap, he has pulled a gap of nearly 10 seconds to Leclerc in second. He is 36 seconds clear of his teammate, and he holds the fastest lap of the race. The Dutch maestro is in total control of Marina Bay. And this victory makes an early Constructors' Championship lockdown for Red Bull almost an inevitability. Verstappen navigates the final few corners, and with this victory in Singapore, Max Verstappen has now won at every single circuit on the current F1 calendar. Max Verstappen wins the Singapore Grand Prix. The fireworks ignite. Verstappen has finally conquered Marina Bay. Charles Leclerc comes home in second place. Crucial points and a massive morale boost for Ferrari in their fight against McLaren for P2 in the Constructors. And just behind, Hussein is only a few corners away. Today, he will complete the podium. Congratulations to Max Verstappen. Congratulations to Red Bull Racing. What an absolutely spectacular Grand Prix. We had overtakes, we had rain, we had intra-team battles. It had everything. Verstappen continues his reign at the top of the driver's standings with Hussein 30 points adrift. Red Bull Racing solidifies its grip on the Constructors' title. Ferrari keeps pushing forward, and crucially, Sauber is finally off the bottom, no longer tied on points with APXGP.